was quite the thunderstorm last night. Kept me awake a bit. Made me a little nervous. But for no reason. I've been through a lot of thunderstorms in this tent and everything's always fine, so anyway, I'm definitely up a little late today. Yesterday I already left before now, and I'm not even out of my tent yet, so we'll be getting started well after 7 o'clock today. But that's alright. I'll just take it easy and have a good day. Time to get up and go get my food and get started on everything. Okay, here we go. Another day. That gentleman in the background of the last video was Scarecrow. Really nice guy that I met at the shelter last night. He's, I think he said he was 66, and he just retired last year. Finally has some time to do some of these things he's wanted to do, like hike the long trail, which if you remember from a couple videos ago, I am now on the long trail, which is one and the same with the Appalachian Trail for about 105 miles. So he's hiking the long trail anyway. And oh, he was an electrician for 41 years, and I don't know, we talked so much last night. He's just such a nice guy. We really connected and just had a good time hanging out together. But anyway, had to go our separate ways today. So the thunderstorm last night was a little crazy. I can't even remember what I said in my previous video this morning when I was half asleep, but man, there was a crack of lightning last night that I swear hit the pole on my tent. It was so close. It scared the living daylights out of me. But you know, I mean, I've been out in worse storms, and there's all sorts of big trees around me to get hit before I get hit, so you know, I'm pretty safe, and I was, and no big deal. I think maybe I said this in my video earlier, but I didn't expect a real thunderstorm. I was expecting just some rain, and so I did not set up my tent expecting high winds, meaning I didn't have it set directionally correctly, and so the side of my tent was kind of getting blown in by the wind, which means that the outside of the tent touches the inside of the tent, which means water gets through. So I did get my sleeping bag a little wet. I mean, it's nothing that was a big deal at all. I was comfortable and everything. It's just my sleeping bag's wet. The inside of my tent was wet. I needed to dry that all up, and I'll have to deal with that a little more tonight, but minor problem. I think that's about it, you know. Today, it's going to be a lot different than yesterday as far as terrain. Yesterday was this, you know, huge climb at the beginning of the day, like this 2,000-foot climb. And then it was a lot of downhill and just straight flat walking yesterday, which I hoped would let me get a little bit of extra mileage in, but I really hit a wall, and so I just stopped at my 20-ish miles yesterday. Today will just be a whole bunch of up and a whole bunch of down, and some big both ways, not 2,000 feet, but, you know, some decent climbs and stuff. So it'll be a little more of a slog today, and I'll do around 20 miles. There's a big branch shelter, I think, is where I'll probably be staying tonight. I think that's right around 20 miles away. And that's it. I think there's some more rain expected tonight, between like 3 and 7, so I'm getting a really late start today for me. I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock. I'm just getting going. Not sure if I can make it to camp by 3 o'clock, but if I can, that would be great. You know, always good to get everything set up and organized before the downpour starts. So the other thing is, I'm not sure if there's going to be good tenting areas at the branch shelter. I may have to stay in the shelter, so we'll see what happens. That is an M&M bag full of trash that I just left by some guy's car out here as I was crossing the highway to continue on the AT. Why would I do that? It doesn't seem very responsible, does it? Last night at the shelter there were two other people. Young woman who, I don't know that much about them. They weren't there as long as Scarecrow was, but she has a doctorate in mechanical engineering, and the guy was her cousin. He's in high school still. Anyway, they're hiking the long trail as well, but in the opposite direction of Scarecrow. So anyway, we talked a little bit. They had a nice dog with them, and anyway, her dad showed up later that night after I was already in bed, and he just came to bring them some supplies, kind of say hi halfway through the trail. So they left before me this morning out of the shelter, and as I was just hiking out a mile back, I passed them, and he said, hey, if you have any trash, I have a silver Highlander out there in the parking lot, just set it by there and I'll take it with me. And I said, you are awesome. So I left it by his car. So, that's good, a little less stuff to carry. Oh, interesting bridge. And a muddy one. I have no idea what that is over there. Looks like maybe some weather equipment or something. Okay, so I'm coming to the top of Bromley Mountain. And as you can see, this is a ski area. So I think I just came up a green. And yeah, cool. I need to be going that way. AT north, so I'll head over there. But there's a ski lift. There's a little hut or something. There's a blue run over there. Neat. Those hills are more fun to ski down. I'm getting way up high on the next mountain. It's starting to look really old again. I love it. So I just I don't know if you remember back in when I stayed at Tom's house. That guy, anyway, in his backyard and tented. I think I mentioned there were a couple of women there who were slack packing. Kind of explained what that is, where somebody drops you off and you hike without your pack, so it's easier and whatever. So the past 4 days now, these same women keep crossing paths. One day they're going north for a section, and I'll pass them at some point in the day, and the next day they're going south because they got dropped off way ahead, and they're hiking south back to some hostel that they stayed at the night before. I don't know, it's all very confusing, but anyway, it's gotten to be kind of a joke, or I don't know, just because we don't know each other hardly at all. We've spent no time together. We don't really ever take time to stop and talk much, but we keep seeing each other, and it's like, hey, what's going on? Oh, we're doing this, and we got dropped off here, and we're going this far. Okay, great, see you tomorrow. So Anyway, I probably will see him tomorrow. All right. This is a good day. The rain has stopped, as you can tell, or, it's just sort of misty at best. Today it's very cool out. I love that. So that means I just don't break down in the heat, So just hiking. We'll see how far I get, but I've been really enjoying today. Well, started sprinkling again about an hour ago, but wasn't too bad. It kind of felt nice, but it's starting to pick up, so I guess I'm gonna have to stop and put my rain jacket back on. I sure am enjoying the cool weather, though. Well, I stopped at a shelter, the Peru Peak Shelter, I think. And just to eat some lunch real quick and just get out of the rain for a few minutes. But Skip was there, talked with him a little bit, met him. Wetsuit, haven't met him before, he's there. And Kriegus, who I crossed paths with several times in the past week. But whew, I'm wet, from the rain today, and I sat there too long and I am freezing. So now I'm moving really fast, trying to warm up. And it won't take long, I'm sure. So anyway, I can't believe I only have 6 more miles to the shelter that I was going to go to today. We'll see how everything goes. This cool weather, so good for me and my stamina. So I'm going to try to get there as quick as I can and see if I have anything left in me to go a little further maybe today. Beautiful. This part of the forest is really interesting too. It's just, I don't know. Looks very different, and there's a lot of stuff down and hardly any undergrowth. Always weird to me when I see a part of the forest like this. I don't really know why that happens. There's just not lots of growth in here. Anyway, and all of a sudden I move into where now there is more growth again. Not sure how or why that happens. Wow. That's amazing. Gosh. Okay, I'm still trying to warm up.